have spent the night at a property in the Gold Coast hinterland, searching for clues after a man's body was found yesterday. 9 News reporter Curry-Ann Greenbank joins us now live. Curry, police are treating this death as a murder, is that right?
Yeah, Tom, police were called to the scene just after 5 last night after reports a 37-year-old man had been discovered with multiple gunshot wounds. Now, his wife made the discovery after arriving home to find his body in the house and quickly called police. They've been here overnight investigating. Officers have been door-knocking residents in the area along Sunbird Court, and scenes of crime have also remained at the house. Now, just this morning, they removed his body, but police are remaining quite tight-lipped about any cause for this. They're refusing to say any further information apart from the fact that he is a 37-year-old man with multiple gunshot wounds. Let's have a listen.
Anybody who was in the vicinity of Sunbird Court or Peter Mills Drive on Friday who may have seen any vehicles parked in the vicinity of that intersection or any persons loitering or moving around in that location, we would like them to contact police or Crime Stoppers.
Now, forensics will remain on scene until tomorrow. Police will also be addressing the media just after 10 this morning. So, Tom, we're likely to find out more information then.
All right, Curry-Ann, thanks for the update. To Sydney now, where a teenager has been rescued after he plunged 10 metres down a cliff in the city's northwest last night. The 19-year-old man was with friends in bushland at Thornlea when the incident happened at around 8:30. It's thought he was intoxicated and lost his footing. The police helicopter was called in to help with the rescue operation as emergency services carried the man out on a stretcher. He was taken to hospital with injuries to his wrist and pelvis. Australian authorities have now reached an asylum seeker boat that was reportedly sinking off an Indonesian island. The alarm was raised yesterday afternoon and a Navy patrol boat scrambled to reach the 100 people on board who are now being taken to Christmas Island. It's believed the boat had not capsized despite initial reports. It comes as Prime Minister Kevin Rudd arrived back in Australia overnight following his whirlwind visit to Indonesia, where the people smuggling issue was firmly in the spotlight.
If Indonesia is the only one that is resolving the issue, it will not be fair.
This problem of people smuggling is a problem for our entire region. I salute you, Mr. President, on your bold initiative.
The leaders have now agreed to hold a summit to find a solution on the issue. There are reports up to 3 people have been shot dead as violent clashes continue between protesters and the military in Egypt. Ugly scenes were sparked by thousands of supporters of ousted President Mohamed Morsi, who marched across the country, igniting fresh fears of a civil war.
Fortifying their strongholds with the stone wall barriers, the Muslim Brotherhood has made clear this morning they are not ready to go home or give in to what is the new reality in Egypt. Look closely to the left of your screen as the members of the Brotherhood charge a lone Egyptian soldier. They swarm like bees. Another soldier tries to intervene and he too is tackled to the ground. If anger is the language of the defeated, raucous raw jubilation goes to the victor. 4th of July night on Tahrir Square had the look and feel of New York's Times Square on New Year's Eve. Millions here believing this is yet another new step on the journey towards democracy in Egypt. Interim President Adli Mansour was sworn in yesterday. Former President Mohamed Morsi is under house arrest, as are key cabinet members like his national security advisor, whose son Jihad al-Haddad voiced to us the frustration of a people not yet in the mood for reconciliation.
I'm committed to this country. I'm committed to bringing sustainable democracy to this country. If I'm arrested in the process, if I'm even killed in the process, by all means, that's the price I'm willing to pay.
The Vatican has announced that the late Pope John Paul II will be made a saint. The reigning Pope Francis has approved a second miracle attributed to the Polish pontiff, who was head of the Roman Catholic Church for 27 years. The announcement comes just 8 years after John Paul's death and little more than 2 years since his beatification. No date for the canonisation ceremony has been announced, but the Vatican expects it will be held by the end of the year. What seems like the world's longest pregnancy is finally entering its last stretch. It's exactly 1 week until the expected due date of the royal baby, and the world's news outlets aren't taking any chances on an early arrival. Nine's Lizzie Pearl is in London and turned the cameras on the growing media scrum outside St Mary's Hospital.
Well, there's no Duke or Duchess of Cambridge. There is definitely no royal baby. But what there are plenty of is photographers and cameramen waiting for any news that William and Kate are on their way here to the Lindo wing at St Mary's Hospital here in London. And on the pavement we can see media organisations from right across the world have staked their claim on a bit of territory on the pavement here. There's CNN sign, there's a Globecast sign. We also have dozens and dozens of ladders. And when the time comes for Catherine and William to leave the hospital, these ladders will be jam-packed full of photographers waiting to get that very first shot of the royal baby, and you can guarantee within seconds that shot will be beamed right across the globe. And it's likely that Catherine and William will stand on these steps here at the Lindo wing. They'll probably stand there for a couple of minutes just to let everyone get their photographs, and then it's most likely that we probably won't see the royal baby for a number of weeks after that. And as you can see, the mood here is pretty relaxed, but I can guarantee when the time comes it will certainly intensify in this media pen as more and more of the world's media arrive, waiting for the arrival of that little king or future queen.
And some lovely irony there with a reporter called Lizzie covering all royal affairs.